helping the girl's cousin pay a loan off, and then they're being too nice, and then they're finding themselves down and out. To your last 2,000, I would say even 3,000. I don't have any income coming in. I think I need to go back. This is how expats go broke in the Philippines. Hey guys, now I want to get into this today. You know, this does happen. It doesn't happen to tons of people, but it does happen to a number of people. And this is how guys go broke. Now, a lot of times, this is situation number one. A guy comes here with a set amount. Say, for instance, a guy or girl comes out here, usually guys, of course, comes out here, $20,000, $30,000, and that's their set amount. And they're thinking in their head, you know, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to go out to the Philippines and I'm going to go for 2 or 3 years and make it happen. Now, these are guys that are not retired. They're not currently working before they come here. I'm talking about online, and they really don't have a plan. Their plan, the main plan, is to come out here with that set amount of money and they come here and figure it out. Now, that's all good. That's all fine and dandy. But what happens with a lot of those guys is they get here and they realize things are a lot more expensive, you know. And not only that, they'll get involved. What I mean by getting involved is they'll come out here and then they'll be out here for the year, and within that year, they'll start getting involved in businesses. They'll start getting involved in many different things. And that's a number one no-no. Of course, when you come to the Philippines, you don't want to come out here, you don't know the lay of the land yet, and start getting involved in things. And I've actually had a guy who actually even said in my video recently, even online it happened to him, where girls were asking him to invest. And that's another thing you have to look out for. When you get out here, there will also be women and men that will have all of these ideas and these great big schemes, and that's not so much schemes. It sounds really good. These guys, and there's people that are here with great ideas, and even expats that are here with great ideas that will bring those ideas to you to try to get you into it and try to get you to invest. And then also too, you have shady expats, but for the most part, expats aren't shady, but you do have ones that are shady that will get you involved in some of these different things. But usually that happens with women. Also, this is another situation. You have some guys that are older, right? And this happens quite a bit. This does happen quite a bit. That bump into a situation where they feel, wait a minute, this woman is 19 years old, 20 years old, 21, whatever it may be. I'm 65, 70. There's no possible way that she really wants me, okay? They feel they have to do any and everything to show and prove. Well, that's just simply not the case. You know, the Philippines is one of those places. I think Thailand may be too. It's one of those places where you can find a woman that'll love you for probably more in the Philippines. You'll find it. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of women that'll be shady, but you have a lot of good women here. But what'll happen is sometimes they won't be looking at you as that paycheck. Of course, they're not going to deal with you if you can't provide anything. You know, of course, you need money to make it happen, but still, they're not only looking at you for that. So you'll find a woman, as long as you're able to provide the basic necessities, that will be there for you. But what happens is guys get over here and they have in their mind that set mind frame. Because you know what it is, a lot of times back in the West, they're trained by women in the West. They automatically think, wait a minute, I need to do this, this, and that to provide for her. And they get caught up in that. And then what happens is, it's even with situation number one, right? But that guy's fully not prepared in his mind, okay? Everything starts happening, you know, family starts bumping into problems. He'll start figuring out figuring out ways to help the family. You know, this one needs a new bike, or need their bike fixed, or need their motorcycle fixed. He's shutting out money for that. This one needs a car, needs the car fixed, shutting out money for that. Oh, needs a new house done, needs extension to the house, needs a new house built. And there's plenty of guys that have came here and did that. They've built new homes for family members, but they didn't really have it like that. So they came out here with a set amount, and then now they're building homes for family, They're helping people out with problems. They're helping their cousin pay a loan. Helping the girl's cousin pay a loan off. And then they're being too nice, and then they're finding themselves down and out. And then what happens when you're down and out? Those same people that you helped can't help you back. And for the most part, they won't want to help you back. And that's just how it is out here sometimes. A lot of times, the people that have their hands out, of course, they're not going to be able to help you. Ways to avoid it. Now, definitely ways to avoid it. When you come out here, when you first get here, don't start a new business right away. Definitely don't do that. Don't invest in anything. And also, when you get out here, make sure you have a plan. Okay? Now, me, myself, a lot of guys will say, Jay, but wait a minute, you did that. You went out there and just made it happen. The thing is, though, is when I came, I had a set plan. I already had work online for years, for 2 or 3 years. So when I came, I felt secure. Okay, I didn't have a ton of money saved, but when I came, I felt secure because of my situation. Now, if you're coming out here and you're not in any type of situation, you don't have a set plan, then you're playing with fire. It happens all the time. You see guys out here, and not on a regular basis, for the most part, guys out here are retired. But you do every once in a while, you see those guys out here that come out here and they're 200 pounds, and then you see them 2 years, 3 years later, 4 years later, they're like 110 pounds, and it looks sickly. And there was even a guy, even recently on YouTube, I seen a Filipino doing a video, and there was a guy, he was from like Germany or something like that. And he came out here with no plan. He didn't have a retirement plan. He didn't have a job. He didn't have anything planned. And what happened is he came out here and just was willy-nilly. He wanted to vlog, and he didn't have true plans. Like, it wasn't really a mission for him. A lot of guys that come out here with missions and plans and set money, and they're very vigilant and they're on it, those are guys that make it. Say guys that do come with a set amount of money. Guys that do come with 20, 30, or 40,000. But that happened to this German guy. He came out here without a set plan. And I can tell he didn't have a set plan when I seen an interview the Filipino was doing with him. And I'm like, man, this guy really had no set plan. And he's older too. I say, for those out there, okay, if you're not set in your plans and you're not a man on a mission when you come to the Philippines, or if you're not retired or have something stable, definitely think about it before you come. And then also, if you do come, be ready to go back. There's so many guys that come, get down to the last $1,000, $2,000, and then they start saying, you know what? I can't leave the Philippines now. I've been here for 2, 3, 4 years. I'm in it now. And then by that time, your last 2,000, I would say even 3,000. Now it's time to start looking and saying, you know what? I don't have any income coming in. I think I need to go back. But a lot of guys will just stay here, and then it gets too late, and then they find themselves on the street. So don't be that guy when you come to the Philippines. Of course, if you have a set plan, if you have a retirement or you have steady income, that's fine. But if you're a guy coming out here on a mission, with just saying, you know what, I have this 20,000, this 30,000, this 40,000, then I say make sure you're ready, and make sure you stick to that plan, and make sure when the time comes, when you get down to your last 3,000, 2,000, even go down to 1,000, it's time to pack it in and go back and regroup, and then come back to the Philippines. Yeah, guys, so at the end there, I just had to break down ways to avoid it. It happens to a lot of guys. I know a lot of times you guys go in the comments and say, oh, well, no, how could you be stupid like that? You can't say that it happens to some guys. Some guys come out here and they just don't know. They think their way is the right way. So, hopefully they'll see this video and say, you know what? I need to make sure I don't do that, because some guys are coming out here with the plan to do it, and that's a sad mistake. A lot of guys have failed. A lot of guys have ended up homeless. I'm not saying that you're going to end up homeless, but you'll be down and out and have to go back to the States or go back to wherever you're from, Canada, wherever it may be. You don't want to have to do that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, guys, you can support by going to my PayPal and giving a donation. You can also buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. Also, if you would like to know about working online or you would like a consultation, you're welcome to go to my Buy Me a Coffee there as well at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And I have packages to help you guys learn how to make an income online. And you can make American money online, so it's definitely worth it to have a consultation. But guys, other than that, see you next video. Peace out.
Rainy season!